Hi, my name's Matt Gray. I'm a skills development consultant for Dulux Academy, and today I'm here to introduce DuluxTrade Durable Kitchen and Bathroom Eggshell. So rooms in the house like kitchen and bathrooms tend to be ones that we use all the time. They get the most wear and tear, they get stains, they get marked, and they need to be looked after. So areas where you have humidity, could be in a kitchen, bathroom, utility room, doesn't really matter, but paint itself will actually soften over time when humidity builds up. So when it softens, it means when you wipe it and wash it, it's actually harder to keep it clean for a longer period of time. Right, so why do we need a kitchen and bathroom paint? Well, the thing is, if we start with bathrooms, high humidity will eventually start to turn into potentially mould, which can be aesthetically not particularly nice to look at, but also can have health implications as well. So if we're able to use a product which reduces the risk of mould reoccurring over time, health is better, the environment is better, and overall it will look fantastic for a longer period of time. So using a product like this one, not only are we going to be able to wash it and remove any stains, it's going to protect against mould, but also it's got a nice low sheen level. So mould itself does occur based on humidity build-up. So that could be from drying clothes, that could be from having long showers or long hot baths. It then condenses on colder surfaces, which then stays on that surface for a period of time, which then will eventually turn into mould. So just make sure that you increase the ventilation within the area where the moisture is building up. That could be opening the trickle vents, opening the windows, making sure you've got some airflow, and also increasing the possibility of more extraction from the area that you're actually living in. So if you have mould in any area within your home, the best thing to do is actually make sure you wash it off completely. So once you've actually removed it, then allow the surface to fully dry. You can then identify whether there's any staining left. So you may get some stain spots from where the mould was, which means then we need to make sure we use a stain block. Now this can actually be a spray in smaller areas, but if you've got a larger area where there's mould within the wall or the ceiling, then we would recommend using the uni primer as a result. One thing to remember is though, when you're using anything to clean off mould, make sure you do wear safety equipment, so a mask, gloves, and also safety eyewear as well. Once you've actually applied your stain material to the surface, it may require 2 coats, depends on the severity of the stain, and it's fully dry, we can then go over the top of it with the durable eggshell over the top. Let that fully dry, put 2 coats on, it's then protected from mould. One thing to consider, if you don't remove all the mould and just decide to paint over the top of it, mould will actually grow through the coating. So that's why it's really important to make sure you do remove the mould fully, deal with any stains prior to actually applying your 2 coats of finish. So when we have stains on any area, whether it's a bathroom, kitchen or utility room, anywhere within the home, we need to do 2 things. First thing is to make sure it's fully clean. Now to be fair, we can actually use sugar soap, but a bucket of water, hot water with detergent in it would actually be absolutely fine. Give all the surfaces a really good clean down, paying particular attention to the areas that need more attention, so bigger stains and areas like that. Once that's actually all cleaned off, if the stain persists, then you might want to consider using uni primer just to go over the top to prevent it penetrating through your new coating, or you could use a spray stain stop or a spray stain blocker to ensure on smaller areas that stain doesn't come through once you apply your second coat. So once you've applied your 2 coats of the durable eggshell, it means now you can wipe and wash those areas much more repeatedly than you had before, preventing those stains from returning. So once you've applied your second coat of the durable eggshell, the best thing to do is actually leave it as long as you can before you actually use that area, especially bathrooms, because the steam build-up will prevent it drying fully. So what is burnishing? Well, burnishing is actually wiping a surface repeatedly, flattening it, and then when it dries, it actually appears shiny. That's dramatically reduced when you're talking the new kitchen and bathroom eggshell, and also the diamond matte as well. So it means it's not visible when you do scrub it and actually keep wiping it, even with a soft detergent. So once you've applied your 2 coats of kitchen and bathroom paint, even repeated wiping doesn't actually show up any burnishing. So it makes it look much better, a bit like the day you painted it. Some of you will have heard of something called surfactant leaching. Now what is it? Well, it's actually chemistry within paint that when it gets wet or build up of moisture over time, especially in bathrooms or in kitchens where you have quite a lot of steam, the moisture goes into the surface and reactivates the surfactants within that paint. It then runs down the wall, appearing when dry to be sticky and looks like a bit of a brown goo. Now the problem with it is if we paint directly over it, you'll still see all those runs running through. So they do need to be cleaned off prior to putting any form of paint over the top of it. So maybe using sugar soap with a microfiber cloth, making sure you wear the appropriate eye protection and gloves, just to ensure you don't get any of that on your hands. Wash it all fully, make sure that it's dry once you've cleaned it all off. Then we can apply 2 coats of our kitchen and bathroom eggshell over the top. The kitchen and bathroom paint is actually designed to reduce the possibility of the surfactant leaching returning. What you may have also seen in the past is it normally occurs with darker colours. Now it's more visible with darker colours, but what it will do is happen with lighter ones as well, but it's just not as visible. So make sure you clean it fully, make sure you wear protection, make sure you use a product which reduces it coming back again with the new durable eggshell. Most of you are aware that diamond matte and diamond eggshell can be used in high traffic areas with a lower sheen level and a slightly higher one. But now we've actually got best of both worlds with regards to the durable kitchen and bathroom paint. We actually have a lower sheen level than eggshell, slightly higher sheen level than the diamond. But now we have the washability and wipeability for kitchen areas, but also performs extremely well in bathrooms where high humidity and potentially mould could actually be a factor. So even though kitchen and bathroom paint is ideal for those 2 scenarios, don't forget other rooms in the house. Anywhere where you've got high humidity, utility rooms right through to bedrooms, they're perfect for those as well. So it's available in 5 litres and 2.5s, both in pure brilliant white, available in over 14,000 colours, including colour match. For more information, just click the link below.